very nice, not very evil there with the New York Knicks. They had 25 three-pointers in this game, 18 in the first half, 11 in the first quarter. In 10 games in the playoffs, they have outscored their opponents by 194 points. Ooh. The New York Knicks are awesome. And the critique, I'll just speak for myself, the critique that I had of Jalen Brunson late in games with the lead, cannot play defense, take him out. It don't matter if you're up 40.
No.
The other team go on a 20-0 run.
So you're
good.
Standing by the take.
It doesn't matter.
So you're standing by the take.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's it. What Smalls just said.
So you're standing by the take.
It doesn't matter.
It's
an irrelevant take. No, here's the bad take. Here's the bad take.
What's the take?
I provided a take that was completely irrelevant. That it was basically like saying, hey, if Jalen Brunson had to play righty, he may not be as good. That's not going to happen. It was such a bad take.
Yeah, but
it's irrelevant.
Nuno is bringing up a great point. It feels like a compliment what you're doing with the New York Knicks right now.
No,
it absolutely does.
See,
you can keep Jalen Brunson out there if you're up by 40.
Doesn't matter.
If you win a closeout game by 30 points, there's no problem keeping Jalen Brunson on the court.
I have a problem with Nuno.
Wow.
I have a problem with Nuno on this. Because he can back me up on one thing. I've been supportive of the New York Knicks all year. I've said all year I thought they were better than people thought. I was the only person that actually agreed with him, and he agreed with me, that the Celtics were completely overrated relative to the invincibility of them. I said that during the late part of the season. I have thought the Knicks were good. I thought it was the right move to move on from Tom Thibodeau, which I think is already proven. I'm going to tell you why. I do not think there's any way, shape, or form that Tom Thibodeau would have gotten them to the finals. I don't believe that. There's no track record of that. Mike Brown's been to the finals, okay, as a head coach.
But until Mike Brown takes the Knicks to the finals, how can we say that?
You can't say that. You
don't
can't
care.
say that.
Feel better about the Knicks today than I did a year ago.
No, because this is what happened last year. I know that the team wasn't celebratory yesterday. They were like, this is just another step. We got our job done.
You won 8 games. You got to win 16 to get a title.
Their mentality after this series win this year was very different than last year. And I know it was different circumstances, but don't count your chickens before they hatch with the Knicks. This is what happened last year. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. If they don't advance to the finals, are we really going to keep that same energy about Tibbs and about Mike Brown?
Yeah, I will. About that part of it, yes, I would rather Mike Brown coach my team than Tom Thibodeau if I'm a good team.
No, wait a minute now. Listen, if after a week off, you lose in 5 games to the Detroit Pistons, a team that you got smoked by in the regular season, there's no way that you're singing this same tune.
About the coaching part of it, I am.
There's no shot. There's no shot. How do you feel like you feel like you're moving in the right direction if you lose in the conference finals in 5 games after losing in the conference finals the year before in 7 games?
I would argue,
how do you say that you're moving in the right direction when you lose not to the Boston Celtics, not to the Tyrese Halliburton-led Indiana Pacers, but to the Detroit Pistons, who were on life support in round 1 against the Orlando Magic?
Yeah, but they've given you more problems than any team over the last 2 years in the league.
I understand that, but that's not acceptable. This is not a team that has championship pedigree.
And don't you hire the coach to be the X factor in that situation? And I would argue that it's more disappointing this year because you got there last year. And because this group knows what the cadence of the postseason was like last year and should have learned from their mistakes last year.
Yeah, I don't know how this got to be a negative spin about the Knicks.
No, because it should be all positive.
It should be, but this is your take, sir. We are re-racking your take.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're awesome.
They're so good.
They're destroying
teams. But were you wrong about Jalen Brunson?
What part
about Jalen Brunson needing to be off the court in critical moments in the game?
Oh, absolutely, because there are no critical moments in the game. They're so good.
So you think they're going to win a championship with no critical moments in the game?
Nobody's beating Oklahoma City.
Oh.
Nobody's beating Oklahoma City.
But that's the goal. That's why they fired Tibbs to beat every team in the East, to get to the NBA Finals, and to win a championship. They're not trying to just get there as a consolation prize and be runner-up.
Yay, we came in second.
Exactly. You want to hang the banner?
I don't know. Knicks fans might.
There are 3 bodies of work that, based on this series, I think speak for themselves. 3 bodies of work. Okay? Let me be very clear on this. If Daryl Morey is your team president, you will not get to the finals. He's not good at the winning thing despite what he claims. You will not
good at the winning thing.
No, you're not. You will not get to the NBA finals. If Joel Embiid is the best player or the face of your franchise in Philadelphia, you will not get to the conference finals. There is one MVP in league history who's never played in a conference finals. Embiid. Yeah. And if Tom Thibodeau is your coach, you're going to get from bad to good to maybe very good. You're not going to get to great. Mike Brown can get you to great. I believe in Mike Brown more than I believe in Tom Thibodeau. If you're a bad team, hire Tibbs tomorrow. This is not to say he can't be in the NBA as a head coach. He absolutely can.
Chicago run it back.
There's bodies of work. Jalen Brunson is an awesome player. Jalen Brunson is making me look bad in terms of late in games, take him out for big moments. I'm fine looking bad on that because he's an easy guy to root for. Absolutely. All I'm just saying is I don't know that any game plan outside of 2 games with Atlanta made any sense against them. Go at him. Nobody goes at him. And kudos to him. Kudos to the Knicks for finding a way out of that.
Well, if he gets to the NBA Finals and Oklahoma City is there.
Good luck on that one.
You think SGA is not going to go at him?
I know he is.
If you thought Jalen Brunson had a hard time with CJ McCollum, what do you think SGA is going to do?
Oh, well,
if you're a Knicks fan out there today, you better be rooting like hell that San Antonio finds their way out of this Wolves series and that they give Oklahoma City all they want. Because that has really been the only team that has been a bugaboo for the Thunder. It's the San Antonio Spurs. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, if you're a Knicks fan today, you're probably rooting for the Cavs in this series with the Pistons, but yes. you damn well better be rooting for the San Antonio Spurs.
They're the best team in the Eastern Conference right now. They're blowing teams out the same way that Oklahoma City is.
They were plus 89 in the 4 games against the Sixers. Plus 80. That's 22 points a game.
And you know what? Kudos to the fans. Kudos to the Knicks fans.
No, we have to give them all the credit in the world today. It was like MSG in Philly. It was unbelievable. Yeah. And I know Joel Embiid.
That's all he was focused on.
He didn't PayPal me. I mean, I told him I was a fan for hire. You could PayPal me. You said you got the funds if you needed. I offered Joel. I would have been there with bells on. But it was Madison Square Garden in there. And kudos to the Knicks fans. I know we give them a hard time sometimes, but they were a difference in this series. Going into Philly, infiltrating, being as loud as they were an X factor in this series. So shout out to Knicks fans.
We can fight about the Knicks all we want, and we will. We have to get into the Sixers part as well because Joel Embiid pulled a move post-game that I know really bothers someone on this show. We will get to that after Cece tells you about Granger.
I wonder who it really bothered. As you know, managing maintenance, repair, and operations is never easy. But for the ones who always rise, Granger has your back. From professional-grade products you can count on to fast, dependable delivery, they're there to help you keep things running smoothly. Plus, their technical product specialists are here to help answer your toughest questions. And because Granger knows safety is always a priority, they're committed to being your partner and protecting both your people and your facilities. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up on Monday, we review the NBA playoff weekend with diehard Timberwolves fan and my old Sports Center buddy Craig Kilborn stops by in studio. That's Monday's edition of the Rich Eisen Show on Disney Plus, the ESPN app.